That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new episode of DKRager. Today we are doing the Tier 7 AFV, the Wiesel 1 Wolf. As you'll immediately recognize, this thing is small. This is probably the smallest thing you've seen within my entire series. This thing is an autocannon, shoots armor-piercing fence stabilized. Of course, it does come with HEI, which is high explosive incendiary autocannon. But I choose to not have any of it. I'd rather actually penetrate more, because I'm more or less a person who is constantly on the move, constantly trying to get as much damage as possible. I really don't care about if it does a little bit of damage, but gets me spotted or gets me into a situation where there's nothing I can do. I do have 3 retrofits on here. The Augmented Optics Mark III, which increases my vision range of 30 meters. Enhanced Oil Cooling Mark III, which increases my acceleration by 2.48%, and turret traverse speed at 15%. Why do I have that? Because this thing, I want to turn that turret as fast as possible, because I am more or less an aggressive scout. Of course, in this upcoming replay, you won't really see that. I'm more or less trying to focus on getting a little spotting damage, because
user disconnected from your channel.
There's a lot more stuff that I really and truthfully cannot pen. Of course, I also have the Enhanced Drivetrain Mark II. Again, as you'll notice, turret traverse speed 12.5%. Sadly, do not have Mark III. Max speed of 4.13%. increase, so that is a huge deal. If you look at the alpha damage, 30mm caseless APFSDS, well no, APFS, ugh, I think it's so hard to say. Damage of 73, penetration of 156, sustained damage per minute is 7,039, reload time of 9 seconds, rate of fire 200 rounds a minute, hit points 1270, max speed 78.72 kilometers an hour with a 0 to 32 of 1.78 seconds, hull traverse of 56 degrees a second, camouflage 0.415 all the way around, means from every single angle. 510 meters of view range, negative 10 degrees, and negative 15 degrees for the cannon depression, as well as the elevation. Accuracy spread of 0.14 degrees, so this thing does not have the greatest accuracy. If you're shooting from a far amount of range and distance, that reticle will actually bloom out a lot. Aim time of 2.91 seconds, so it's fairly fast when it's actually aiming in. Turret traverse 76.5 degrees a second, and that's because that enhanced oil cooling as well as that enhanced drivetrain. Armor, look at that, just look at that, 8mm everywhere. This thing has no armor, so do not think that you are a main battle tank, because you're not. Okay, Wiesel 1 is not a main battle tank. Don't play it like one. Play it aggressively or play it as a scout, but do not play it brawling. You are not a brawler. You're not just gonna sit there and take a bunch of freaking hits. It's just not gonna happen. But I digress. We're going into the Narrows. That's right, we did a PvP encounter. I immediately saw that it sort of looked like we had the better team, but in a previous match, this type of team actually failed, so I was kind of worried. Although we did have the view range, which was really useful.
Affirmative.
Go ahead and wait for this, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and watch this out and see how it works. Let's see if we can go ahead and skip ahead a bit. And okay, there we go. We have made it up. Of course, ignore the chat. There was a bunch of people that was actually complaining during the PvP mission. But I digress. Of course, I tried to actually get up a good spot so I could actually scout a little bit, maybe getting some spotting damage. Sadly, this position was not the best for actually scouting, so... But on that same note, I also didn't want to move up until there was a little more next to me. Thankfully, in doing that, it helped me light the MBT-70. Which, it was a good thing I moved, because I probably would have got shot, and then I probably would have died. I then lit the T-80. I was actually hoping to get a shot on him, but a stupid mountain decides, oh, well, no, and it almost gets me shot. It was a bit ridiculous, to be honest. Slide down there. I try to move up a little bit and get some light. Maybe even get the opportunity to get some more spotting damage, which I got.
Red light, fire for back.
Designated and got the designation damage because of that. People, listen to me very closely. When someone designates, you shoot that designation. I don't care if it's not in your best interest. It's in my best interest. And goodbye, MBT-70. That's right. Wasn't a lot of damage, but it was some. And it got me a kill. Which put us 9-6 at this point. That's really impressive. It's plus it allowed my team to actually move up and start working on the MBT-70 that I actually just designated. Amongst that, I was also able to light the XM1. And amongst that, I can now put some more damage into the MBT-70. I wait for him to turn. And I finish him off. The good thing is I'm still lighting the XM1, so I'm still getting spotting damage. Of course, I lose my spot. I move up. There was no other reason for me to sit there. I wasn't getting any more spotting damage, and I probably would have lost a bunch of damage of my own. I try to go around this thing, hit every rock on the way there, and it prevents me. Of course, 2 shots. Oh, I didn't want to do that. There we go. I get up here. I prepare for the typhoon. I keep an eye on him. I circle him. Tries to shoot me, misses, and I take him out. Which boosts me up to 3 kills, and only 771 damage. I mean, at this point, I probably don't have a lot of XP, or I probably don't have a lot of much of anything. But I might have some good spotting damage. It still would not put me in the first place, or even the second place at that point. I know that there's only 2 left. I have to get over there as fast as possible, get some damage in on that Leopard 2 AV, as well as the VFM Mark V. I light the Leopard, and I start pounding him too. Sadly, I was not able to finish him off. I try to get over here as fast as possible, and I know for a fact that this is not going to be easy. They're all closing in on the VFM as well as the Leopard. Both of them are actually lit. and they're both one-shots. The Leopard's down. All that's left is the VFM Mark V. He is far away. I'm fast, but will I get there in time is the real question. Especially since there's a bunch of my team in front of me. I almost get there. I know he's right there. I jump over the hill. I hit down, but I don't make it. Sadly. That's just how the cookie crumbles, though. I mean, not every single time are you actually going to do a lot of damage. But, I bet you, and, you know, this is just how I see it. This is just how I realize that I'm a decent player. I'm not the greatest in the world, nor do I ever claim to be. But, in doing what I did, I got 3 kills for the team, and managed to actually help out enough for us to win the match. Which you'll notice with the notification. 2,582 spotting damage. That's almost 3,000 spotting damage. With 1,329 of my own with 6 spots. And that put me at 2nd place. That put me above the Centauro with 3,135 damage. That just goes to show that it doesn't matter if you outputted 2,000 damage, 7,000 damage, a guy with more spotting damage than you always will be on top. That's just how it is. That's how it's always been. And the proof is in the pudding with the total assist damage. 3,486 total. 2,582 of which were damage resulting from spots. Damage resulting from the designations I outputted, 904. People, and this is what I want you to take from this. If someone designates a target, they're not just going to shoot it themselves. That is an ample opportunity for you, the player, to shoot the enemy. Why? Because it allows you, the player, whatever tank you're in, to output maximum damage with whatever tank you just so happen to be in. Don't complain, don't whine, don't moan, saying, well, he designated it, he obviously wanted the kill. No, it doesn't work like that. Get it through your thick skulls, people. I see this all the time, whether it's in PvP or PvE. They immediately leave the designation alone. I saw someone yesterday where I designated the target, and this guy turned his turret to look at a separate tank. Because he thought, and he actually admitted this, he thought I personally was trying to get the kill only. No, I was designating the target for you so you could output maximum damage.
User joined your channel.
And sadly, people will never understand this. But that's just how it always will be.
You guys still awake?
Thank you for joining me, though. I will see you.
I am. I think DK done fell asleep.
Hey there, Ragers. DKAngel here. Hope you enjoyed that. That was great. Anyways, if you want to stay tuned for anything else, go ahead and click either of these 2 videos. Great stuff. If you want to stay tuned for more, hit that subscribe button. See you later.